Today I'm going to show you the laziest way to add $25,000 to $100,000 onto your business as a coach, info owner, or agency owner, or consultant, anything like that. I'm going to show you exactly how you can add an additional $25,000 to $100,000 onto your business using this simple hybrid content system that nobody really knows how to utilize right now, that is racking in millions of dollars per month by probably everybody that you're watching right now. So yeah, let me kind of just jump right into it. This video is not going to be very long, so I'm just going to kind of show you a very, very important part of the system that is really responsible for a lot of the growth that we see with our exact clients. So first I'm going to take you through the wrong way that you're probably doing everything right now to potentially get some reach or clients over on socials to bring in some money, which is probably just not working right now. So essentially what you're doing right now is posting on Instagram every day with zero strategy. As you can see, constantly just posting random videos, potentially even posting videos without you even talking in it, with just text on it, which just doesn't work anymore. And it just doesn't create any trust between you and the person who potentially wants to buy from you. So I just grabbed this guy straight off of Instagram, and he instantly was doing everything kind of wrong. And as you can see here, he's posting some random content. You can see that it's low leverage, low quality, probably doesn't follow much data because you can see that his views aren't too high, and this guy's got quite a lot of followers as well. So that's what I know. So he's not doing great. It's because he's not doing anything with the strategy. He's just trying to post, and it's just not how it works anymore. As you can see here, you're getting a bunch of likes, but honestly, you get no DM replies, which means that there's no one coming in from inbound, which is not what you want. You don't want to be spending all your time just trying to constantly be focusing on outbound. You eventually want to become someone who's constantly just getting inbound and just bringing in thousands of dollars from inbound itself. And that's just not happening because you're not posting the right stuff, no strategy, no systems, no nothing, just you seeing what works, throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. You send low leverage DMs to clients like this. Hey, I'm looking to take on more clients. Are you down? And as you can see, they've seen this and you've been left on red because it's low leverage. You have no idea how to actually acquire new clients in this market. The market is changing, guys. If you guys are going to try to sign on hundreds of clients with shitty systems like this, it's just not going to work. And finally, you get no calls booked on a regular basis. And when you do get calls, they're time wasters. They're cold prospects selling a low ticket or a one session product, that's very coach specific. That might not be for agencies. It might be for consultants as well. You're not positioning yourself correctly. You're not positioning yourself to be a high ticket master. You need to position yourself to be high ticket. And the only way you can do that is by following steps to actually help you become a high ticket warrior. And inevitably, you either sign on a client that you hate working with or you lose the deal altogether. And this happens all the time. With people that I talk to all the time, with clients that I have on board, they constantly do this. They get on calls, sell a low ticket offer, and the person that they have to deal with is probably one of the worst clients they've ever worked with. They can't get them results because they don't want to put any effort in, and they're simply just difficult to do anything for. Or you lose the deal altogether because your framing and positioning is just not good enough for them to actually see the value in what you're offering, if you are even charging higher tickets. So this is something that we face a lot of the time, and ultimately you're going to feel burnout, anxious, and overwhelmed, and you're going to be thinking like this guy, I called him Philip, what do I do? So you're Philip, you're sitting there, you're freaking out, you've got nowhere to sign on clients, and you're just confused and worried and stressed because nothing seems to be working, because what you're doing is low leverage, no systems, and has zero data behind it. And I'm going to show you how to actually change that in a few seconds. And at the end of the day, what you're doing is time consuming, it's low conversion, it's mentally draining, and random and untrackable, which is not what you want. And what you really want, essentially, is a system that is predictable, a effective way to scale, and essentially adds 25K to 100K to your business within the first 16 weeks of even implementing any systems. And that just won't happen if you just throw shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. So let me show you the lazy but the best way to start signing more clients to grow your reach on social media and get on calls with warm prospects only. This is the lazy but the correct way. Essentially, I like to call this the hybrid growth system. I like to call it the hybrid growth system. So that is what this is called. It's a hybrid content system that generates leads like clockwork, gets you book calls with warm prospects only, so that when you actually get on calls, they're warm and ready to go. So this is an essential part of that hybrid system. You're going to be posting on Instagram with data and market research. Guys, I don't know how many times I get clients onboarded when they're like, okay, let's just start pumping out content. And I'm like, bro, hold on, wait a second. We need to do some market research. And they're like, what does that mean? Why are we doing that? Well, how are we supposed to know what's performing right now if we actually don't know what the market is doing? And that is the whole point of probably what you're doing right now. And what's the biggest thing that's not helping you get any organic traction either is you have zero data and market to track what is actually working in your industry. As you can see here, this is one of our clients that we're busy working with right now. Previously, he was only on around 2K views, essentially for his whole entire lifetime being on Instagram. And we increased that from 2K to 9,000 within the first 28 days. 69% in accounts reach. Yeah, like I said, this is a new client that just started working with us. And this increases reach, attention, and that's supposed to be attention mentioned there, interaction and followers that want to know more about what you do. What I like to see is their followers is basically a giant lead list. Now, I'm not saying that you should look at your followers as a bunch of money. I'm just saying that your following is basically the biggest warm lead list of your ideal ICP that you'll ever have. And that's why using social media is so important. So once you implement posting on Instagram with data and market research, you're probably going to see some results instantly, just like this. And then what we do is run Instagram retargeting ads to DMs. So essentially, we don't actually create new ads. We just take your actual content and use that as ads, and that funnels new people into your account. And that just gives us more of your ideal ICP on your following. And then we can kind of go at them a little bit later when I'll show you that now. So these are all the interested prospects that come into qualification. So this right here is directly from one of our clients. And these are prospects that are interested in working with him. They've all DM'd the word that are in his bio, which is the word go, and they're all sending them right now because they're interested to work with him, right? Like I said, these are all interested prospects that just need to be qualified. Then from there, the prospect engages inside the DM. So essentially, when people follow you or when they DM you through your ads, your job is now to go and see if they need your help. The one biggest thing that I see that people are doing right now is they're just waiting for people to come to you, which just doesn't work. There's far too much friction. You must remember that if you have some following on Instagram, you're already seen as a higher authority to that other person that's going to message you. So they immediately feel unequal with you. So if you actually go ahead and start messaging these people first, it's going to be a lot easier for them to get on a call. And also for the people who've sent your initial, DM CTA, they're also going to be super easy to talk to because they've had the guts to now message you first. That's kind of what you do from there. And as you can see, warming the prospects up, getting more information on the situation and guiding them to book a call using content and lead magazine. So he asked that, of course, and I said, yes, that's right. And not with just trading niche, but yeah, I guess. And then don't believe in saturation or whatever. He was asking me some questions. I was like, no. Okay, essentially that's how it works. And then we pre-qualified the leads with pre-framed questions. As you can see here, I asked this prospect a question and they said, well, like I said, due to time, no, but if I could increase my volume, then definitely yeah. So I assume you asked them maybe a client acquisition question, something like that. And yeah, now pre-qualifying is to see if we can help them in any case, because we don't want to get people on calls where we actually have no idea if we can help them. Not meaning in monetarily, we mean like, okay, is their business model suited for our offer, or is this person going to be able to be helped by us? Let's say you're a life coach and this person's struggling with trauma. Maybe you're not experienced in trauma, so you don't know if you can take that person on. Or maybe you're an agency and you run email marketing, but this person wants ads. These things are kind of what kind of plays into, trying to get this to work very well, and pre-framing and pre-qualifying the prospect before they get on a call. Then we send 1 to 2 value assets if needed. So usually it takes a little bit of movement for the person to actually want to book a call with you. So what we have to do is actually send them some value information. Very, very simple. So like this person asked a question and we said, one sec, I'll shoot you a video dedicated for this. And sent it over to him. We watched the video, booked a call, great stuff from there. So this is why it's also very important to have long form content over on YouTube, like I'm doing right now. And also just to have essentially content everywhere, because content is power, okay? Using organic content with paid ads is a content powerhouse that generates leads like clockwork. And then once they book the call, you're going to see that, you're going to have fully booked calendar, booking 8 to 15 qualified calls every single week from the system alone. We've seen these results from our clients all the time because this strategy is so freaking effective. And what's more, you're going to have a thick, juicy strap just like this with thousands of dollars coming in every single month, collecting an additional 25,000 to 100K for your business. So now you go from little Philip over here, asking, what do? I don't know what to do. Please help me. To Roger over here, who's bringing in, 100, 150K from his business because he's implemented these systems that generate leads and calls like clockwork. And now you do this without scamming people, offering something you can't fulfill, selling hundreds of low ticket items, working with clients you hate, getting on calls with cold, uninterested prospects, window shoppers, scraping by and not knowing when the next client is going to come. Now, these are the biggest issues that we see in the industry right now. And all these new closed deals come without any of these issues, which is the beauty of this. You don't have to scam anyone. You don't have to sell thousands of low ticket products, and you don't need to get on calls with window shoppers, because I know that's the most frustrating thing as well. There's obviously a lot that goes into this, but this is one of the biggest things we see with our clients that adds the big numbers. Listen, if you're a coach, agency owner, consultant, or info product owner, and you want to add an additional 25 to 100K onto your business using systems that actually work in 2025 for client acquisition and sales, authority building, and overall offer optimization, then book a call below for a strategy call. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this, and stay tuned for many more. Peace.